Healthy children build a stronger nation is the theme for Child Month 2016, which we all know will be observed next month. In today's Jamaica magazine, we share some of the plans that are underway. Welcome to the program. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Also in the package are highlights from Portland 4-H Club's Achievement Day 2016. You'll want to see our young farmers in action. So please stick around as we start things off with this message, followed by the news.
Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for April 26. $292 million has been set aside for the rehabilitation of the Mid-Clarendon irrigation system in this fiscal year. The project, which was accounted for in the 2016-2017 budget, will help to reduce water loss and operational costs. It's being implemented by the National Irrigation Commission. Under the project, relevant equipment will be purchased and several thousand feet of defective pipelines and canal lines will be replaced. Measures will also be put in place to prevent flooding at the offices, and the office space, compound and driveway will be upgraded. The Ministry of Local Government and Community Development is embarking on a program to improve streetlights across the island. Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie recently held talks with the Jamaica Public Service Company and other stakeholders to address the issue. All parties have agreed on a plan of action, which includes the payment of outstanding bills for streetlights. Minister McKenzie reiterated the importance of streetlights to Jamaica.
The trust of this administration is built around the economy and the growth agenda. So if we don't have light, we can have growth. If the streets are dark, it restricts the things that people want to do, and it also contributes to crime and violence.
The Local Government and Community Development Minister was addressing a town hall meeting at the Montego Bay Cultural Center recently. Government is working to develop a marketing and communication strategy to promote the use of community access points, CAP sites. Portfolio Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley says the Universal Service Fund has spent roughly $792 million to complete 250 CAP sites across the island. The sites are, however, underutilized.
This situation will be addressed by our administration as we rationalize and explore possibilities for promoting increased use and awareness of the CAP sites island-wide. Much resources are expended, and consequently we must endeavor to optimize how these are utilized.
Dr. Wheatley was addressing the official opening of a computer lab at Roehampton Primary in St. James. The lab and equipment cost about $4.1 million. As part of plans to reduce overcrowding in penal institutions, the Department of Correctional Services, DCS, is continuing its program to reclassify inmates. State Minister responsible for the DCS, Senator Pernell Charles Jr., says the reclassification program will help to identify inmates who are low, medium, or high risk.
It will do a number of things. It will allow us to focus rehabilitation programs based on risk level and class, and it will also allow us to better distribute the population of inmates so that we can remove persons from those structures that are deteriorating.
Senator Pernell Charles Jr. was speaking after a recent tour of the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center. He reiterated government's commitment to addressing the welfare of correctional officers, improving the physical infrastructure of prisons, as well as the rehabilitation program for inmates. And finally, as the country celebrates Vaccination Week in the Americas, the director of the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, says there's no strong evidence linking vaccination to mental illnesses such as autism. In fact, Dr. Carissa Etienne says vaccination prevents some 20 diseases.
And because of vaccination in the Americas, we've eliminated measles, we've eliminated polio, we've eliminated rubella and rubella congenital syndrome. Of course, smallpox was also eliminated. So these are diseases that don't occur here again. At all.
The PAHO director also commended Jamaica for its high vaccination rate of 95%. She was speaking during a special edition of JIS TV's Issues and Answers program to mark Vaccination Week in the Americas, which ends on April 30. The theme for the week is Go for the Gold, Get Vaccinated. The full interview can be seen tomorrow on this station during Jamaica Magazine. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.
How well do you know your child? What he or she likes or dislikes? Favorite food or color? How about who their friends are? Make the time. Get to know your child. It helps to build their relationship. Makes it easy to keep them safe, and it helps their development process.
This Sunday is May 1, which of course is the start of Child Month. A calendar of activities has been scheduled by the Child Month Committee. Let's hear about them.
Children are our future. Don't you let nobody fool ya. Children are our future. Don't you let the system confuse ya. Children are our future. Don't let nobody fool ya. Children are our future.
Did you know?
We're the only country in the world that has a child month. Only one. Yes, they're very unique.
Yes, each May, Jamaica dedicates that month to our children, having a wide range of activities that concern their growth and development. For May 2016, the focus will be on our children's health, and activities will be held under the theme, Healthy Children Build a Stronger Nation. The reason for that focus and more was discussed at the recent launch of Child Month 2016.
The theme was selected based on the rising increase in the degenerating and mental health diseases being found in our children today. Through this theme, we hope to reach each and every individual who interacts with and shares in the lives of our children, to help those individuals to understand that our children are the nation's most precious resource, but many of them are malnourished, abused, physically and emotionally challenged, and overall lack the picture of health.
What do we mean by healthy children? And more importantly, how do we make this theme into a reality? This year, you will see a little difference because the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information is taking a holistic approach to Child Month. And in this regard, we will partner with a number of entities to ensure that conversation and action are garnered around 4 critical areas in relation to our children. That of education, health, protection, and of course, parenting.
And so, a number of activities are being planned for the month of May. Among them,
our next event will be our National Church Service. Now, this will be held on Sunday, May 1. This is also the Sunday and the Sabbath before that we ask all religious groups and organizations to ensure that it is recognized as Children's Sunday or Children's Sabbath. We will be having our national service at the Emmanuel Apostolic Church in Portmore, and it starts at 11 a.m. On National Children's Day, we have forwarded the day to be celebrated on Friday, May 13th. This year, with the help of the minister, we are going to 5 different locations. You will hear more about it. On the 25th, though not on our calendar, we will be having International Missing Children's Day. It is a day that we will choose not to forget all our children who went missing. On Saturday 28th, we will be having our Children Health and Wellness Fair. It will be held, by the way, at the Douglas Orain Auditorium at the Wolmer's Boys School on the 28th at 10 a.m. we start. But why is this so important? Because our aim is to assess, diagnose, and refer children with various physical, emotional, and psychological needs.
Speaking of psychological needs, the Ministry of Health will also be hosting a major activity for children, looking at the 3 pillars of mental nutrition, mental immunization, and mental activity.
We have actually started celebrating a National Child and Adolescent Mental Health Day. It's May 26th, it's last Thursday. And our theme is an offshoot of your theme. Our theme says, building resilience, teaching our children to bounce forward from life's challenges. How can we help them to bounce back when they have failed, when they have the stresses, when they have the crises of life?
And for those children in state care, the Child Development Agency is ensuring they too are included in the Child Month activities.
In keeping with the theme, the agency's focus this year will be on activities in our residential childcare facilities island-wide, aimed at placing emphasis on establishing and strengthening our backyard gardens in our facilities. This will allow our children in care to participate and learn. These vegetable gardens will provide nutrients for our food groups as well as supplement our feeding programs in our homes.
So all is set for Child Month 2016. Now we just need everyone on board as we ensure the well-being of this valuable asset.
We believe that it is important that we all recognize that if Jamaica is to become a first world nation 10 or 20 years down the road, we must now start to pay serious attention to how we raise our children. We must ensure that they are healthy in mind, body, and soul.
We have to drive home the message that each of us has a role to play in ensuring that each Jamaican child is developed to their maximum potential.
So as you heard a short while ago, the focus for Child Month will be on children's health. But what are some of the ways parents and guardians can help their children to eat healthy?
For one thing, I think we should change their menu. That's the first thing. I think kids are feeding too much on sweets. Kids are feeding too much on the unnecessary things like this whole heap meat kind and all that. So honestly, I think if we change their diet, first and foremost, start encouraging them to have more fruits in their diet, more vegetable, you understand? And us as parents should really cut down on this, this whole juices that we're putting in their lunch kit and stuff like that, and start encouraging them to carry more water to school.
I am more looking for someone to help me in that aspect of it, because she's a very weird eater. She eats some of the weirdest things. She'll wake up in the morning and she wants French fries and nuggets for breakfast. For dinner, she would have the same thing. If I introduce some fruits or vegetable, it's a no-no for her.
Well, I believe if we get the children to help us to prepare the meals, that will motivate them to eat it, because they believe that whatever they prepare is tastier than what we prepare.
We can improve our children eating habits by changing up what they get for snacks each day. Like for most children like biscuits and all that, we can give them like a fruit day where we give them fruits and water for that day.
Trying to include a lot of fruits and other healthy foods is very important. I'm trying to stay away from the the little sweets and the bag juice and so forth, and try to give the fruit juice and the milk where possible at most, and basically just offset what you would give them for lunch with a little fruit and stuff like that.
One of the things that you can do to improve the child's eating habit is like starting the morning early with fruits,
and giving them a healthy lunch. Like for my daughter, she gets her fruits, and for lunch, she always gets some vegetable in the lunch.
Well, I think one of the ways is start by teaching your child the importance of eating healthy and help her to also identify foods that are good for her, and just try to introduce her to her diet and allow her to enjoy foods in every way possible.
Finger-licking jerk chicken, Helcher fish and bami, we run down yam and banana, roast breadfruit, sweet potato pudding. Jamaica food sweet! So let's make a pledge to use more local produce and less foreign goods. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow.
In case you forgot, we've been observing Farmers Month all April as we continue to encourage all Jamaicans to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. The message has fortunately taken root among the nation's youth, and today we give you highlights of youth in agriculture from Portland, all involved in the 4-H Club's movement.
Pumpkin, a very tasty vegetable grown all year. Rich in vitamin A, it helps to sharpen our eyesight and is known to have the antioxidant beta-carotene, which helps to prevent cancer. You can also eat the seed to reduce your cholesterol and boost your mood. The pumpkin's many benefits have set off the creative genes in persons, inspiring them to make just about any and everything from or with it. It was all on display at the Portland 4-H Club's Achievement Day 2016, held at the College of Agriculture, Science and Education in April. The theme was Youth Entrepreneurship, Stimulating Economic Growth and Development. From infant to high schools, the remarkable talent of the 4-H Clubites was everywhere to be seen as they took on the Pumpkin Challenge. How about the soap? Now, where did that come from?
The idea came about when us sat as a committee, and I said we need to make soap, but I wasn't thinking of the bar soap. I was thinking of liquid soap. And then we started to pull ideas together and try and error, and that's how it came about.
Boundbrook Primary, meanwhile, had pumpkin bag juice to wash down the ton pumpkin from Coopers Hill Primary and Infant. Even pumpkin ice cream was there. And if you got a little tired from viewing the booths, that could be remedied with a pumpkin NutriBar, pumpkin seed drops, or pumpkin protein powder, which you would have to mix into a shake. There was no getting away from pumpkin. This toddler made it quite clear. Some 23 schools from the parish participated in the event while vying for the top prizes.
As it relates to our agro-processing, I'm looking forward to being in the top 3 in that event.
The keen eyes of the judges were very busy checking every detail.
When we are judging the agro-processing events, we look for volume, variety, originality, the presentation, the labeling, the packaging materials that are used, and how marketable they are.
Before we get to their judgment, some information now about the 4-H Club's movement. Celebrating 76 years, the 4-H Club membership is now at a high of 102,000 island-wide. Over the years, it has been engaging the youth by way of training to become more involved in different areas of agricultural production.
Now we have what we call a REAP program, which is Rural Youth Employment and Entrepreneurial Program. And under that program, we take young people into a training setting. We provide them with entrepreneurial training. And at the end, once we recognize that the aptitude is there for business, for commerce, we assist them with the venture inputs to start their own business opportunity.
The 4-H clubs is also integral to the growth of the school gardening program and the development of young farmers.
The Development Bank of Jamaica, we have just signed off with them. They have committed to put in $5 million per year. Under our school farming initiative, which is a big program for the 4-H clubs, we offer some 107 scholarships, agricultural scholarships annually. I want to thank the management and leadership of the Development Bank of Jamaica, because they have just doubled the scholarship resources under the Rio Tinto scholarship program. So we'll be able to do much more than 107 agricultural scholarships this year. We believe that our farmers must be educated, they must be well trained. We want a new cadre of young farmers.
The Portland 4-H Club's Achievement Day 2016 was a success, and many happy troopers walked away with prizes and being crowned champions in their respective age groups and categories, setting a standard that stood out among their peers. The 4-H clubs making a difference in the lives of Jamaica's youth.
I remember I was teaching some students table setting and sandwich making, and the little girl turned to me and said, "Miss, I didn't know that 4-H was so nice. You can come down here on a Saturday and teach us all that stuff."
We have seen where persons were shy and now they're excelling because of the exposure. They have the chance to do public speaking.
We are preparing persons in a holistic way. So we are not saying academics only, because you do have to apply your academics to come up with these ideas. But we are saying become a wholesome person.
The 4-H club relevance is greater today, and it is impacting the agricultural sector.
The Program of Advancement through Health and Education PATH offers a wide range of benefits for students. Children on PATH are among the top achievers in the GSET and CSEC examinations each year.
It gives me a sense of stability, and it takes some stress off my parents, because even though they're working and money might not be enough, it helps them to send me to school.
If your family is struggling, PATH might be the option for you. Just take your birth certificate and valid identification to the Ministry of Labour and Social Security office in your parish. For further information, visit the Minister's website at www.mlss.gov.jm or call 1-888-991-PATH. That is 1-888-991-7284.
Earlier in the show, we shared how children in state care will also be included in the Activities for Child Month. As our government continues to take care of this vulnerable group, the state-run Child Development Agency continues to ensure these youth have the right opportunities to transition into the wider society.
How will I move on? What will I do for a living?
Who will I become?
Not the easiest set of questions for any of us to answer, but even more so when you're a ward of the state with little to no familial support. But take heart, because a great wave of change is happening, ensuring that transitioning wards of the state are equipped to successfully integrate in society. It's thanks to the Child Development Agency, which has organized a National Exiting Care Expo. The second staging of the annual event brought over 800 wards in the 16 to 18 age group to the Jamaica Conference Center in Kingston.
We firmly believe in the concept of transitional support to you, our young people who have been with us over a period of time. These waves of change will create oceans of opportunities for you as you prepare for independent living.
And so the young people were offered a range of services from government and private entities, educational institutions, and more to help with their future development. Career and finances captured a lot of their attention.
A good rule of thumb, if you did not budget for it, you have no authority to spend on it. Financial independence, you can do whatever you want, money is not an issue. So if you want to get to that destination, you have to be disciplined and you have to start with making up a budget firstly and sticking to the budget.
When it comes down to self-exploration, you will examine who you are as an individual. Find out what is your personality type and see whether or not the personality that you basically have will, enhance the career that you basically would want to venture into.
A motivationally charged speech from Sagicor executive Mark Chisholm was also well received by the wards.
Grew up in Arnold garden, concrete jungle, 1 bedroom, 5 children, 1 mother. Don't know my father, know him later on. You say if your home broken, you are not broken. Your home might be broken, but you are not broken. My dream was to break, and that is what I'm talking about. You know what I want to break? The cycle of poverty in your families. When you look through the rearview mirror, what happened in the past is small, and what you're looking at through the windshield is larger. So the rear view is small, so your past is small. Even if something happened to you last night, and it carry with it negative effects, and you carry the negative baggage, and you carry it, and you carry it, and you carry it, you know where baggage is? It keeps you down. It keeps you down, it's heavy. Let go of your baggages. Every single person in this room have dreams. So when I get home, first place to start is write down what that dream is. Write down a goal and write down some action items. What it is that you need to do to achieve the goal. And I say every time you complete one of the actions, the action list that you're going through, tick it off and measure yourself.
Equipped, empowered, and ready to take on life are now the positions of these transitioning wards of the state. Ready to take on the waves of change, ready to swim in the oceans of opportunities.
A new government has been formed. Hear their plans as each minister share their vision. Watch Issues and Answers this and every Sunday on this station to hear members of the cabinet talk about their portfolios and projections. That's Issues and Answers this and every Sunday for your one-on-one time with the ministers.
And with that message, we close the pages of Jamaica Magazine for today. Keep informed through our website, jis.gov.jm. Join us on social media or send an email to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. I am Adrian Atkinson, inviting you to tune in again tomorrow on the station. Thanks for watching and keep safe.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.